check, check, check. Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. There we go. Perfect. Almost perfect. Now I need to get my hides. What I do with my hides? I leave my hides inside? No, I didn't. I didn't leave my hides inside. You can't hide. Today I had a specific couple spots I noticed as I was wringing this out inside. Still got a little bit of a smell. We're going to do a soap wash with this, I think. I'm going to do like soap in a fat of some form, of some type. Right here, this needs to be scraped. Then I got some really strong tan. It's going to finish the process up. And I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to show you how quickly it's going to take them up once I scrape this and scud it. It's not holding real tight here. Move y'all a little bit like that. There we go. Good, good, good. Only thing about this is I don't have a great shot of my chat. I want to see the chat, you know. Okay, let's do that. That might help. Getting these spots, but welcome if you are here. My name is Calvin. Some people call me Buckskin Cal. I'm going to move that angle out a bit. I'm going to do this. I'm going to turn this guy like this, because that bites a little better like that. We're going to turn that guy like that. Zoom in. A little bit like that. There we go. I got to do it a little bit wrong so that Miss Heather comes out and I get to see her, you know, for a couple seconds. I got to interrupt Miss Heather a little bit. How's everybody doing? My name's Calvin. This is Dad's workshop where I am working on a buckskin or a piece of buckskin. Scraping it right now. Y'all hear that creaking? That's my fleshing beam. Is taking a lot of stress recently. Loving the squeak right now. A lot of water. I said, what is he doing? It's Braxton, y'all. It's Braxton, y'all. I feel like I've seen you on here. Welcome, is Braxton, y'all. I'm actually making a type of leather called buckskin. That's what this is. It's like suede. If you know what suede is. Type of leather called buckskin. So welcome, it's Braxton, y'all. Make sure that you be sure to like and or subscribe. Thank you. Thank you, Robot Calvin. Robot buckskin. Low budget soundboard. That's what I'm talking about, right? What do you mean, Braxton? What do you mean? Not really. Well, oh, you don't know what suede is? Oh, Okay, well, it's like soft leather. It's like leather that has, it's like fuzzy, you know? If you ever see somebody wearing like, I don't know, shoes that look soft to the touch. Mike is making stuff. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Hey, appreciate you. It's Braxton, y'all. Thanks for subbing and liking. Mirko plays too much. Said I thought you were shaving the back of a bald dude's head. I am not. But thanks for being here. I am. It is skin, but it's not human. It's not human. This is like the very end, I think, of the bark tanning phase for me right now, because it's looking, you see how it looks burnt orange when I scrape it like that, except for in little spots like this. And the next tannin wash that it's going to get is going to be really strong. So it's going to get, and I'm going to show y'all, you're going to see the whole process. You're going to see the whole process. Appreciate you being here. My name is Calvin. This is Dad's Workshop. And we are making buckskin. This is combination tan. It's going to be, I'm going to do a fat emulsion like a brain tan after I finish this veg tan that I'm working on. So thanks for being here. Hey,
thank you very much
for being here, and please
be sure to like and or subscribe.
Please do subscribe. Thanks. Hey, Braxton, y'all. Thank you for the star. Thank you for the star. Shout out Braxton, y'all. Appreciate you. Much appreciated.
Thank you very much,
Braxton, y'all. I'm gonna try to stay to the top of the shaving, you know, the what we call this, a fleshing beam is what it's called. Hey, welcome. My name is Calvin. This is Dad's Workshop.
be sure to like and or subscribe.
Make sure you do that. That's what Robot Buckskin Cow says. And so I think you should do that. A little spot that's a little less tanned here, apparently. There as well. So as you're doing this, you know, you find spots that definitely need scraping. Man, actually, this is a super satisfying process. I mean, I know some of y'all might have some moral hangups on it, or it's like just too much for you. But if you eat meat, I would suggest you probably get over it, because, and this is a spot I tried to sew the other day. So you can't sew it while it's wet. It's got to be sewed dry. Didn't understand that. I've never tried to sew them before. I just worked around the holes on them, you know. Mike said, I can't wait. Membership has its privileges. I got a care package on its way from Dad's Workshop. I know it's going to be awesome. You absolutely do. Mike is Making Stuff does have a package on the way, and there are going to be packages on the way for all the members that sent me their address. So I have them already ready, and they are going out now, finally. Sorry for the wait. You know, we've done giveaways before to members. My members know that, but you all know how hard it is these days. So we're going to keep doing it. And Mike's is a member who never got a giveaway yet. So all this time, been a loyal member, and never got anything in the mail from me. So I thought it was time he got one for sure after the other day with his generous gifts. Generous gifts. Oh, that's a really good shot of that buckskin behind me. Y'all can see what it looks like when it's finished, right? Y'all see that? I'm gonna have to turn a fan on in a second. It's pretty hot in here. Hey, make sure that you thank you, Braxton. It is satisfying. I agree. I agree with me and you. Behind you, you see this is buckskin right here. And let me see what your question was. Is that raccoon or squirrel? Both, actually. This is squirrels. This is squirrel leather. This is squirrel fur. Okay. And these are raccoons over here. These are all raccoons. And some of them actually I've turned into a hat. So, oh my Lord, where's my hat? Oh, here it is. So I've been working. It's kind of a work in progress, but this is a raccoon hat. It's also a prototype for a raccoon hood that I've been working on. Like if you could attach it to a jacket and have a super warm hood, right? So that's one piece I'm working on right now. Yeah. Yep. The apron that I'm wearing, I made this pocket is made out of raccoon. So most of it is buckskin like this, right? Hey, thank you. It's Braxton said you make cool stuff. Very nice of you, Braxton. Appreciate you, man. It's time for a fan, ladies and gents. Time for a fan. We're going to turn the big fan on. So hopefully you'll still be able to hear me. You probably will. It'll just be a little bit, funky when it noise cancels. It's like you all saw if you've been here, it gets into the 90s in the shop. So hot, it's unbearable. Hey, do this though.
Be sure to like and or subscribe.
You could hear that, right? That's a 720 cubic feet per minute fan in here to blow the air from one side to the other. It's very hot. Do I have any like deer stuff? Yeah, deer stuff all over the place. So that's buckskin made out of deer, and then I've got this entire deer hide right here behind me. This is a big what we would call a silver coat doe that I had last year. I've got a buck's hide that kind of shrunk because I was experimenting with it. So I got some deer stuff, yeah, for sure. This is a deer right here, obviously. This skin that I'm working right now is a deer. Y'all see those holes in there? I'm gonna have to mend those, but I don't really worry. I try not to worry about those because they kind of just happen. Even professionals and pretty people who are pretty good at this occasionally, or even more than occasionally, sometimes get holes in their hides. Especially making buckskin, which is, aggressive to the skin. You're shaving both sides of the epidermis, right? So this right now that I'm shaving, I believe I'm on flesh side right now. Nah, this is the grain side. So this is the epidermis under the hair like you have on the outside of your skin. That's what I'm scraping here. But it's mostly gone. This is mostly collagen and just bits of tissue and proteins that haven't been scraped away somehow. Most of the grain is gone. Here's one spot where there's grain still. I can pull it up so you can see it, but let me get past this spot first. And this allows the buckskin to breathe, right? So buckskin is supposed to be breathable. So, all right. So you see there is a tiny bit of grain left right here, or epidermis right here. That's what that is. But on buckskin, we're getting rid of that, right? And I could easily tear this. That's probably what's going to happen. It's probably why I've been avoiding it, because I knew it would tear. But it's got to be scraped. It's got to come off. For the other parts to tan properly, unless I'm going to cut it off. I just lose my beam? Hold on. No, I just fell off the plywood. I want all this has got to be gone here. Where's my real stubborn right there. Real stubborn. That was the spot I saw yesterday, I think. How's everybody doing? Hey, listen.
Be sure to like and or subscribe.
Be sure to do that. That's what Robot Buckskin Cow says, so please do that. I like how interactive you are, Braxton. You're perfect for this channel. It's exactly what we need. I need people keeping that chat going, Braxton. So welcome to Dad's Workshop, where you're always surprised by the stuff I'm doing. People, if nothing else, they're surprised. Yeah, this is a rough looking patch here. Definitely not a grade A or grade B piece of buckskin. I didn't do a great job being careful. I think it could have had something to do with the way I stored it initially. I didn't salt it. Maybe salting it would have, or stretching it might have prevented some of these what I think are almost grease burn is what that is. If you know what grease burn is, you can Google that. It's a phenomenon where fatty areas of a corpse, when it's starting to very early in decomposing, actually burn through the skin, and the skin tissue dissolves because of the grease, the oils, and their decomposition. And I don't know, you're gonna have to Google it. Not a scientist, just a tanning guy. Sorry, I'm in and out trying to get this boss off my back, man. Get the man off your back. Just because he pays me, he want me to be all working and stuff. Yeah, I understand. That guy was mean, the YouTube profile guy. Who's that guy? Who you mean? Who do you mean was mean, Braxton? It is so satisfying, man. Oh, you booted somebody. I didn't even notice. See, Miss Heather keeps them out of my hair. She's really good at that. You know what I mean? If you're just here, make sure you
Be sure to like and or subscribe.
Thank you. And
Thank you very much.
for being here. Thanks. Thanks, Robot Buckskin Cow. Oh, I'm going a little aggressively at that. Maybe more like this, like y'all saw me before. Keeping the strokes short. Probably that's the way you're supposed to do it. I always remember at this phase because it doesn't smell anymore. You know, when that smelly stuff happens and you're dealing with that, it just, your focus is not the same. You gotta like mind over matter a lot.
Be sure to like and or subscribe.
Subscribe, y'all. Trying to grow the family. Thanks for being here. It could be anywhere, and you're here. And if you have questions, I'm happy to answer any questions. You know, I mean, the best I can. I see another spot where I left grain on there, so that's gonna have to get scraped. Another spot over here too. Definitely get into the last of these phases though, because there ain't much of it left. The grain, that is, and little spots I missed. All right, let me pull this spot up so you can see me take the grain off. A lot of times it is these edges where you miss it, where I miss it. Let me speak for myself. You see there's grain here, a couple spots in here, and then some blank spots because there was grain there before. So we got to get it off now. I'm gonna round this off a bit too. As I was reading about this Cherokee skin worker who, when he gently in his book, he talks about how he uses scissors to round off the pelts. You know, he didn't use those exact words, but I think there's a benefit to having an even edge. You know, so I think I'm gonna start rounding them off a lot more and not trying to tan like this. You all can hardly even see it on your screen, but like this entire leg, this hock right here, it's not great leather anyway, so it's not particularly something I mean, I'll use it for something, but I won't use it for a main garment, you know. Kind of greasy, and you all see it's real thin. So not the same, the leather's not equal all over, you know.
Be sure to like and or subscribe.
Be sure to do that, y'all. Subscribe to the channel. Trying to get what's a goal I could set for myself today. 5,600, and where were we at? Hold on, y'all. Let's say 5,670 is our goal today. We're trying to meet that 5,670 goal, y'all. Let's get to that goal. Get a special shout out. I'll do a 2-day shout out. Be that let's get to that 5,670 goal. And I'll tell you if you're the one. I'll tell you if you're but you got to publicly subscribe. So I got to know, like, you have to have your name behind it. 5,670 milestone. It's a milestone.
Thank you very much.
Silly. That's Miss Heather, not me. Making buckskin, y'all. This is a combination tan buckskin. If you have a question about what buckskin is, I can easily kind of describe it using comparisons. It's a type of leather that's similar to suede. Suede is usually pig or cow. Buckskin is a type of leather made usually out of other animals, not the main domesticated animals, but you can make it out of any of those. But it requires that the grain be scraped off and the inner dermis, right, the subcutaneous tissue, which is on the inside of the skin, that has to be scraped as well. I mean, that typically has to be scraped, but you also have to scrape the grain. So here's a spot where I haven't done very well getting the subcutaneous tissue, right? So this needs to be scraped, and it's just a lot of this over and over again. So if you have questions, make sure you ask. Glad that everybody popped through. Lisa Shinstock, yes, I always wanted to know how this is done. Awesome, Lisa, thanks for being here. I'll do my very best to try to well, look, Palato, man, see, Palato's been a member 11 months. Big member shout out. 11 months Palato's been a member. That's an 11-second drum roll. 11-second salute to Palato. Hey, if you want to be a member, just go down to the bottom of your screen where that little dollar sign is and click that and become a member. We'll probably do a members only chat tomorrow. And that anyone can watch, but only members can get into the chat. That's one of the perks I like to extend. Seems simple enough to extend that, right? Thanks, everybody. Easy way you can support the channel, though, is just by...
Be sure to like and or subscribe.
That's right. So subscribing is free. Thank you, Robot Buckskin Cow. Thanks for telling me that.
Be sure to like and or subscribe.
Okay, I get it. They get it. They know. So make sure you like and subscribe. Gimmick, maybe. Subcutaneous tissue, that's this side, right? The flesh side. Sorry to gross people out. I mean, I don't want to gross people out. I do understand some of my old school people get grossed out by this or just get it too much of it. It's just not their thing. I understand that. I totally understand that. Oh, who did that? Pelado with the gift memberships, man. Check it out. Hey, Pelado, thank you so much. Thank you, Pelado. 5 gift memberships from Pelado. Shout out to all those people that got memberships. The Gvon DC and Cottonmouth 1 and Ivan Cox. All of those folks. Appreciate that they've been around and they found y'all. They outed you by giving y'all memberships. So pop into the chat and say hi. Appreciate you looking at the channel, you know, checking us out. I do make, like what you see me wearing, this apron. This apron is made out of my own leather. But yes, I just recently finished making a buckskin fanny pack out of, you know, buckskin I made myself. And I sent it to Oak Ridge Taxidermy, who's a friend, Josh. And he made a post about it. It was a gift for him. And so that was my first bag. But no, I can do garments. I've done hats and a few other things. I'm confident I can do any of those kind of things. I didn't get a membership, but that's okay. Nah, you're all right. Braxton, it's all, hey Braxton, you're a mod, so you get into members only chats for free. Like you get in there for being a mod. So I'm glad Miss Heather modded you. That's nice. And we appreciate the gift that you can give, that you did give, you know. Appreciate that. And thank you, Pelado, longtime friend of the program, Pelado. Check out Pelado's live stream and Pelado's channel, woodworking and tool maintenance, kind of tool restoration, safety, nuances of tools that he's getting into. And correct me if I'm wrong, Pelado, because I would love you to talk about your channel. I think you've like beyond earned your right a long time ago to talk about your channel on here if you want, and give people a rundown. And let's put Pelado's link on there too if we can, Miss Heather. Pelado and Mike is making stuff. Yeah, guys, I feel it. We're getting to the end of this hide. Like I know now. I know when it's getting done. You know, it's so, man. I recommend this to anyone who ever gets a chance to do this. Like if you go hunting or if someone leaves, somehow you have access to a deer skin or any kind of animal skin, man, you should try it. Change your life, I think. Like if I had a horse, I'd probably ride it. You know what I mean? I've heard it's spiritual. You know what I mean? There you go. Another spot where there's some grain still being stubborn. Thanks for the gift, Roy. And thanks for your membership and loyalty to the channel for 11 months. Wow. That in and of itself is a gift, ladies and gentlemen. In this world, it is true. You have to find your people. Sometimes they're not the people you're born with. No offense, guys. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. Family is super important. Don't get me wrong. But I have learned that in this world, there is some dimension, some element of finding your people. that is important, because I can tell you right now, the family members who have watched my live stream, you're going to be able to count those on one hand. And how many live streams has Pilato been to of mine? Hundreds, hundreds, hundreds. Not even under, I'm not even overestimating. So there's a song too. This band got a song, Find Your People. It really connected with me. And then someone talked about it the other day. Everybody's not going to be, you know, it's nice to try to be friends with everybody, but everybody's not going to be your friend. And unfortunately, everyone's not going to like you. But that's the bad news. Here's the good news. You're going to find the right people who do like you for actually being you, you know? Not to be simple, but I can't stop doing this, which is authentic to me, because I'm worried about what someone else thinks. I have to continue to do it. It's where my heart is, you know? To keep doing the project that my heart is in. That's who I am. I'm gonna call you Woj. I'm gonna call you Woj. What's up, Woj? Hello. Looks like a Polish name, maybe from Poland. Polska. I do not speak Polish. I understand Polish people are experts at languages in general. Oh, sorry, Braxton, you sent a star? Did I miss that? Oh, thank you for the star, Braxton. Thank you for the star. I'll give you a little drum roll too, Braxton, since you sent 2 stars, and I know that's a sacrifice for you. I can do the turkey call too now, y'all. It's gonna scare people away. Turkey call, y'all. That's for Braxton. Appreciate you, Braxton. Hey.
Be sure to like and or subscribe.
Be sure. I'm only at 26 likes. I think it should be higher than that. Come on, hit me with a like. Hit me with a like. Hit that like button angrily. I hate that I like this, right? I'm scraping skins. You like it, just be honest with yourself and each other. Let's be honest with ourselves and each other. Who was that? Jerry Springer who said that? Take care of each other, of yourselves and each other. Rest in peace, Jerry. There's still a lot of stubborn grain here toward the edge of this. I might have to take my hatchet to that. I'm putting body weight into that, man. Dogs, yeah. Oh, could they hear it from inside? I'm gonna start setting goals like shaving my beard goals and stuff like that. Gotta make some money out here, man. Gotta make some money, man. Put that Bone Thug song on. Hey, thank you, Pilato, again for the gift of memberships. Unbelievably generous. Thank you so much. You've never seen a gift like that before. It's the best gift I've ever seen. Never been a better gift. Let me call you Miro. Miro. So it's Miro 9549. Miro, welcome. Welcome, Miro. Thank you, Miss Heather, for catching that. That's grain right there. So I'm glad I'm getting this spot because there is grain over here as well, epidermis. And that will stop it from tanning, and got to get that off. Y'all are going to love this tanning sequence too when I get to that. Because, hey, make sure you like this video too. I need to get to that 30 like mark. It's pretty bad to be at 26 likes right now. Let's get that number up. Because you're going to see the tannin sink into the hide. You're going to see them disappear from the water. That's what I want people to see, is how pretty amazing this process is. It's like humans find things like this through evolution, and they're so brilliant. It's how did they know that would happen? You know, they boil some acorns and they put an animal skin in it, and it makes the animal skin preserve. Like, how did they figure that out? I'm asking because I don't know. You know what I mean? Goob VR, welcome. Miro, just a head up, be nice. Yeah, we do like nice behavior. That's kind of any live stream of people I know, though. It's just nice to be nice. You don't want to be a rude person, right? Who likes a rude person? I mean, there are sometimes rude-ish people that are worth their weight because they tell it how it is. I don't know what this is right here. This might be anus, but I'm going to cut through this here. I'm tempted to, at least. Maybe I'm gonna leave it alone for a minute. Oh man, I love my hatchet so much. Shout out Ron, love this thing. This thing has done so much work for me. Hey, check it out.
Be sure to like and or subscribe.
Or both, yeah, just please, and or. The island of Andor. Like and or subscribe, right? Shout out to Pilato for the gift of memberships. Shout out to Mike for his gifts the other day. Both members. Shout out to all my members. If you want to become a member, that little $ in the bottom corner, click on that. And it's pretty simple. It's like $3.99 a month. You know, you might like what we do this month. Cancel your membership, circle back, you know, whatever you need to do. Do what you got to do. Hopefully you stay and renew your membership and, you know, be a part of the fam. I mean, you're part of the fam even if you can't afford a membership, you know. But let's member up, y'all. Come on. Support the channel. Support what you watch. Let's go. Let's do it. What am I doing? Yes, they said it right. I am scraping buckskin, which is basically I'm making a a soft type of leather, and this is a deer skin right here. So traditional traditional craftsmanship. And there's still grain on this too, and schmutz and on the subcutaneous side. So it's a good thing. I kind of dried this out today before I started scraping it, which I'm glad about because it gives me, I can kind of see things better. It also messes with my skin less. My skin gets messed up when that stuff gets all over it. The oak bark tannins, when they're wet, I've developed an allergy to them. Here's another spot where there's grain left and needs to go right here. Mike is making stuff said if you subscribe, there's a good chance you end up being gifted a membership if you can't afford it. That's probably true. No judgment. Yeah. Bias, what's up, dude? Welcome, welcome. Bias Crayfish, ladies and gentlemen. Mike is making stuff as well. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate Pilato's gift today of 5 memberships. And that's why you probably, if you subscribe, you may end up with a membership, and then you end up with a membership. You may end up with a giveaway item somehow. You know, so just you never don't rule it out. You know what I mean? So when you do this, you will notice, if you ever do this, you'll notice that with a deer, there's some spots that it's tough because like there's lumps of tissue, like nipple areas. I don't want to gross anyone out, but hey, Kevin L, what's up, man? Kevin L said, good afternoon, Buckskin Cal and Miss Heather. How's everyone doing? Hit those, double tap those screens, please. Let's get Calvin to at least 50. I agree. Let's get there. Miss Heather B said, that's true, Mike. The more you linger, the more you're likely to decide to, get a gift member, or the more that you get a gift membership. So thanks to everyone, even if you're not in the chat, but do feel free to say something in the chat and make yourself known. Appreciate you. We like to talk to everybody. If you have a question too, I'm willing to answer it. As long as you're not too much of a Weisenheimer, which, I can get a little mouthy sometimes. Answered a few questions in my life. So fools rush in where angels fear to tread, but absolutely, ask any relevant question that you like, and I will do my very best to answer. Yeah, I'm trying to get to 5,670 subscribers today too. That's kind of a big deal for me. Like I got to meet that goal because I don't think I met my goal last time. So I'm going to stay here. I'm going to keep going until I get to that 5,670 mark. If I have to stream hopefully I don't have to stream forever today to get there, but I got to get to that spot. We have to keep growing the channel. The last couple days have been a little bit slow. I don't go on Sunday. So that I lost a subscriber on Sunday. So we got to keep this channel growing. And the way we do that is call to action. Please subscribe. Hey, and tell other people about the channel too. No hate, just wondering what I'm doing. That's cool, GA. I'm scraping a deer hide. This is a buckskin. The process of making buckskin out of an animal hide. In this case, this is a deer hide. And I've worked pretty diligently, so it's only a week since I've taken this off the deer, and it's almost actually tanned completely, to be honest. You can see it's kind of got a burnt orange middle. So it's been a lot of wringing out and scraping and wringing out and scraping and changing the tannins. And so now I've gotten this hide almost finished in that week since I've had it. I think it's a week. Maybe I've had it longer than that. Thought it was about a week. This is the hatchet that I use to soften my hides. I don't soften them against cables either. I scrape them with this, and it works really well. Thanks, GA. He said that's sick, man. Braxton said his goal is 100 subs, so everybody sub up to Braxton who's been hanging out. Kevin L said it's a very nice day. We have cooled off a bit, so it's nice. It's a little cooler here, but still high humidity. I'm not trying to be negative, but it's still warm enough that the shop is pretty hot. You know, the residual heat, I guess. I'm like traumatized by heat now. Of course, I was in the steam room today too. I've been trying to recover from various medical things, so I've been going to the Y. I'm gonna take my gloves off since it's like pools in my gloves right now. Hey, double tap that screen and like this video.
Be sure to like and or subscribe.
See, that's what he said too. So listen to him also. If you won't listen to me, listen to the robotic version of me. See how clever that is? So clever to have a robotic call to action like that, right? Need you to subscribe, y'all. Got to grow the channel. Subscribe. Probably not because it's pretty dry right now. I've gotten it fairly dry. Dang, I cannot pronounce that. Se habla terreria. Wow. Mike, maybe that looks like maybe even Portuguese, and that's out of Mike's wheelhouse, right? I don't do Portuguese, but if he can translate it. Shalacy? Shalacy, Seetin, welcome. Now, y'all, you give me with some challenging ones. Shalacy. Did I get that right? Welcome, all. Y'all appreciate you saying hi, too. Thanks. That's how I know you like me. You're over there in the corner. I'm over here. You know. Come on over. Come on over, please. I have no idea what I'm doing. You do a lot better than Oak reading names. Do I? For real? Oak is super social, so man, he really does the job socially. He follows the chat really well. Well, based on I've been there a few times. Oh, Crayfish said, thanks for the mod, by the way. Yeah, no, you deserve it. You deserve it. Miss Heather said, please double tap that like and to the live and subscribe. So welcome to shellac is kind of what it looks like. Shellac Ice Tina. Shellac Ice Tina. And Alaska Critter Cam. Welcome. I've seen you before. Welcome, Alaska Critter Cam. I said, yeah, Oak isn't the best with reading names. We need to get him to clean that lens off on his camera before he gets in trouble with anybody. Somebody called him out on it today, on his comments, because he had the Longhorns posted. If he pops in here, we'll say, Oak, we love you. Please wipe off your camera lens. Please. I just got back from the swimming pool, but I washed my eyes out. I don't want it to look like I just got back from the swimming pool and didn't wash my eyes out. Right? Ze Avila Ferreira. Ze Avila Ferreira. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Oh, it's a screen cracked. Kevin said, that's a good day, Crayfish, when able to leave work. This is a touch and go part of this hide right here. I'm not too worried about these holes, y'all. I'm actually going to sew them all up during the finishing process and the breaking. Because this has to be, now that it's been veg tanned, it's going to have to be broken a lot because the veg tannins, when they cross link with the collagen, you have a really strong material, like it feels like you're holding a shell or something. If you dry it out, like if I was to dry this out completely, it would harden into a shell. So it needs to be broken, and oils and fats have to be added to it to get it back to softness. This is that black spot, I think. No. So welcome. My name is Calvin. This is Dad's workshop, and right now we're combination tanning a buckskin here, and starting to look pretty good. I'm going to show you all the tannins I got. I've been trying to let them cool a little bit because they just got off the stove. It's just red oak bark from a fallen tree up in Ashland, Virginia, Hanover County. So I took the bark and cooked it, recooked it. In most cases, I recooked the mess out of it. I got to get every bit I can out of it. And then that decoction of tannic acid, I put the skin in, and it tans it. That's what you're looking at, is a deer skin that's been tanned with oak bark, essentially. So I use all natural stuff. Here's a deer. All I used was, vinegar or whatever to brine it, and then it went into a bath of bark. And so you're creating a fabric, basically, or a material. You're stronger than a fabric, to be honest. Leather is a durable material, much stronger than most fabrics. Yeah, we're cooking with grease now, man, because schmutz is coming off, and we're gonna get this last tanning session is gonna be effective. $89. Okay, Kevin L, you're up in Michigan. Yeah, that is hot up there. Definitely, I remember some times. Now Minnesota may be a little hotter than Michigan, but I remember times as a youngster in Minnesota where the thermometer went over 100, and I didn't live there, super late in my childhood. So I was there for at least one, and then I went back one summer and stayed the whole summer, and it was hot. Hot as almost it felt like it was hot as it was in Virginia, but I don't do well with the heat in the South either, so I don't know. This stuff that's coming off, we would call this stuff scud. Like that's the old term for it, scud. I'm getting a little aggressive. I don't want to tear any holes in this thing. Any more holes. I think I had some grease burn holes, and then I had some that I put in on accident. Which for me, especially making a buckskin, is not super uncommon because you have to aggressively handle it, The buckskin has to be aggressively handled. So, hey, make sure you, hold on.
Be sure to like and or subscribe.
Yeah, make sure you do that. I'm in Louisiana. It's pretty hot. Yeah, Braxton, there you go. That's a Louisiana name now, isn't it? Though we do have, we have Braxtons. There's what is that family that used to live in Virginia? They own this, oh gosh, my mind is not. A bunch of these old families from Virginia that y'all don't even know, but like the founding fathers are all kind of related to each other. Braxton Carter, one of the Carter family, the Carters and the Lees and the Washingtons and all of them, the Jeffersons, they're all related. Call them the first families. Actually, I'm south. I'm in Oklahoma, so we get hot. Dang, Kevin. Yeah. So is my buddy Norm Hughes, man. Norm Hughes lives down there. One of my members and friends. Shout out Norm. I know he hasn't been able to make it. I know he wants to, but he's busy. He's a foreman, so he's always out there. Yeah, foremaning. But does his telescope and stuff. He has a channel on YouTube, Norm Hughes. He does a bird watching thing, and then he has his telescopes. He's pretty good amateur astronomer. Norm, not pretty good. He's got like $100,000 telescope. Like he's really good. Braxton said 110 to 115 is crazy hot. Yeah, it is. You guys can keep the heat up north. Those are so high. Yeah, no, I agree. Louisiana, Oklahoma, Bible Belt. No, not 100. We got way more 100 views. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get them likes. So let's get those likes up. I'm trying to get to 5,600 and what did I say? 70? 5,670 subs was my goal. Sub goal. That's my goal for today primarily. Views are great, but what I need subs, and I need interaction, sharing, people sharing it with people they think might like it, because not everybody's gonna like a dude skinning doing traditional skills like this. That's not a thing for everybody. But you may meet somebody and you find out they're going hunting or something, and then you say, "Oh, I saw this guy on YouTube, and he takes the skins because a lot of hunters throw them out. Believe it or not, he takes the skins and he turns them into stuff. He makes them into buckskin or leather, and then they might be interested in that. So you never know who you're gonna. It might be something they really enjoy. Think about the time that someone put you on to a show that you ended up really, really liking. It happens for most people. Or some piece of music, some band or something like that. Somebody showed you and you're like, oh my gosh, where have they been my entire life? Where's this band been? I love this. Where's this movie been? So sometimes, though it may not be exactly your cup of tea, you see this stuff going on here that I'm doing. You're like, oh, my Uncle Bob might really like that, and then you share it with them. And that's how it's just the way it's always been. Word of mouth is the best possible thing. It's the best way to spread. So please do share with a friend.
Be sure to like and or subscribe.
Hey, chill out. They know that, right? Y'all know that? Like and or subscribe. I try to tell the robot me to be easy, but sometimes he gets a little full of himself.
Thank you very much.
I wasn't saying something nice, but okay. Hey, small farmers, welcome. Shaving a buckskin. Not buttskin, buckskin, right? Shaving a buckskin here. That's what I'm doing. Welcome, everybody. My name's Buckskin Cal. You like that? Yes, you do. Answer's yes. I'll answer for you. Like mowing the lawn, guys, It's not rocket surgery. That's for sure. A kick. Like that. Never heard that before. Pull it up. Now, like I said, the little spots where I've, knock on wood, I don't want to put any more holes in this thing, where I've put little holes in it, can get sewn during the finishing process. And I probably should get the sinew out of the leg of this deer and use sinew, because it'll really bind tightly. And I don't really have any thread that'll do the same thing as sinew. So maybe I should extract the sinew from the one deer leg that I kept. I usually keep the legs, and try to tie it up with sinew. Thoughts, concerns, questions? 50 likes is good, yeah. But I gotta get that I gotta get that sub goal. I gotta get my sub goal. I'm trying to get my sub goal, which is 5,670. I don't know if I'm there yet. Somebody gotta hit that like button. Hit that like button. Really, Kaz? You are. I did. Thank you. See, I think I just put another hole right there. This part is real thin. This area, there's grease burn. That's grease burn right there. Look at all those different holes. Google it. What's grease burn? It has to do with decomposition, but it's not like normal bacterial decomposition, I don't think. It's like a heat dissolving process. Like it's like the way the fat acts as it's like, I guess, in heat and the rotting kind of burns the skin. It's like an exothermic reaction or something. I don't know, man. It's just gross and no fun, because you lose whole sections of the hide. And this can happen even with your own, like, hunted hide, right? You have a section where it either is exposed to sun, or you didn't get the gut, like you had a evisceration, there was some gut spilt or something. And then you have these spots like this where you have grease burn, right? It's not great, but we're gonna work around it. And I'm gonna round off the edges, and this looks like it's gonna be a pretty nice piece. Oh, there's a black spot right there. I figured out a way to get those out before. $43 likes. Let's get it up to 50, y'all. I've had this out all day too. And the reason is, hopefully y'all can still see, is to let it kind of dry out. I wrung it out, and then I don't want it to be dry. I want it to be damp, but I want it to be dry enough to soak up all of those tannins, because I'm going to put it in a very strong tannin mixture right after this. And y'all, I'm going to show you. It's going to be in a glass bowl so you can see it happen. I'm going to show everybody live how tanning, like how pretty magical it looks to see a hide. Wow, look at that. It's weird. I must have done that with a knife when I was taking the hide. It's not very good. Never noticed that spot. You see, a spot like that is liable to getting a hole in it, so you got to kind of work around it. This is basically what you got to do to frizz buckskin, though, man. You got to go and just take all of the mess off, all of it, both sides. Tan it, or brain tan it, which is what most people do, because it ends up with a, brain tan color by paint by numbers is just like an off-white color. So if you've ever seen brain tan buckskin, it's all going to look the same, like yellowish off-white, because most of them don't put any veg tan in there. They don't do the bark process and try to combine. It's a fusion, right? That's what this skin is. This skin is a fusion of traditional Western techniques, like First Nations techniques, like brain tanning. That's going to be next, right? I've done the bark tanning, so it's going to be durable. It's going to deal with water well, like it won't rot and crumble like the chrome tan leather would. Chrome tanning is horrible, y'all. I can't even, it's hard for me to even tell you how bad it is. It's on another level. The pollution that's been caused from it, terrible products that it makes. It's just not, it's not. So standard leather from the store is just, it's not only is it trash, but it's also destructive because of what the process that they're using to make it. They're dumping a bunch of chromium-6 into the water that we all drink, you know, human water supply. And that stuff is carcinogen, you know. And actually, when you wear leather that's been chrome tan, which is most leather that you buy cheap at the store, and you sit in the sun with it, and I was telling Miss Heather about this morning, the sun converts the chromium 3 to chromium-6 through some sort of action on it, either ultraviolet or heat. And then the chrome-6 is now a carcinogen and you are wearing it, right? So the chrome-3 that was used to make it degrades in the sun and heat to a carcinogen agent, chrome-6. And so I just wanted to say something I read. It's not made up. It's real. There's a whole town in California that basically had to shut down because they contaminated the water supply with it. One of the tanneries did. What buckskin you doing other than after this one? Well, I actually have a little groundhog over there. So I have 2 skins right now that I'm working. And then as soon as I get another one, a deer and elk or whatever, you know, somebody wants to send me a bison, I'll do that. Buffalo, Cape Buffalo, be happy to do that. The next one is whichever one I can get, you know. Somebody hit a little baby deer out there today. I saw on the road. I was about to go back and take it, but I was like, nah, I don't really want to. It's not for the square footage I'm gonna get off of it. I can't. It just wouldn't be worth it. So I kept on my journey. Poor baby deer. Got to be steward of your environment, ladies and gentlemen. You're not stealing from the earth. You're working with the earth, thriving, right? You appreciate the resources that you're using. You don't have an antagonistic relationship with the environment. People saying stuff like they're terrified of grizzly bears. That, I mean, I get it. They're scary. But man, I'll tell you, I know a lot less people have been hurt by grizzly bears than by people. You know, people are so scared of irrational things. And just their dislike of my channel, like if they pass by, like, that's disgusting. What is he doing? And then they go and they eat their lunch meat. Where do you think the lunch meat came from that you just ate? Like, do you think they grew it? And if they did, like if it's soy, do you know how bad soy is? Like, people know what they put on soy farms? Like down here, I went out running one day, came back vomiting because the stuff they were spraying out there. So I don't know, man. At your own risk. Caveat emptor is what they say in Latin, right? Caveat emptor. Love Latin. You can correct me if this is not right. I believe it means let the buyer beware. So if you don't know that you're putting, I mean, I love leather. I just think it's a shame that the leather industry that I wish was succeeding is actually one that I don't want to succeed, because they're putting chrome in everything, trying to make stuff fast, and they're polluting the waters, you know? So they're polluting the waters permanently. It's like chelating is a really difficult thing to do. It's more like a plume. The metal spreads out further into the water, right? And when you do stuff this way, guess what? The material is better. You can put it through a wash machine. Like bark tanned leather, you can wash it in a machine, literally. You can wash it in a machine. Now you'll have to recondition it and put more, oils and stuff into it. But it's basically lasts forever. It's a perpetual type material. And then, that leather where they've disrespected the animal by putting that chrome in there, whatever. Caveat emptor. Right? Hey, let's get to that 50 likes. Appreciate you being here. My name is Calvin. This is Dad's Workshop.
Be sure to like and or subscribe.
That's Buckskin Cal Robot. That's the robot version of me telling you to like and subscribe, please. And thank you. Appreciate you. Check out my videos too. Got a bunch of videos of all sorts. I try to think of myself as a worldly man. So it's not just me scraping stuff, believe it or not. There's a lot of different content on my channel. 500 some videos, I think. I don't know. Maybe less, maybe more. Can't remember. But all different stuff, I'm a man who goes by inspiration. I am inspired to do something. I usually like to see it all the way through. Hence, you see me scraping a piece of deer skin on both sides for I don't know how many hours I've been doing it now. A couple. It's looking good, though. It's feeling satisfying. That feeling of when you're working on a craft or a project and you just feel so satisfied with what you've done. You're like, I'm going to do this forever. I'm very good at this. That feeling, satisfying feeling. That's the feeling, You got to grab onto that when you get it. If we're being honest, a lot of times our workplaces make us feel that fake. Like they'll say, hey, do this and this. And then they weaponize their gratitude for it. Thank you so much. We got you a cafe, a banquet today for you guys. Ice cream social. To say thank you for doing such a great job at that extra 10 hours of overtime you put in at the conference where you gave the presentation of the thing, of the TPS report, whatever. Weaponized gratitude. No offense. I just don't know if I could ever work for somebody again, man. I don't know if I could do it. I guess I might have to, but I'm going to try everything in my power not to. One thing I respect about gypsy males in the gypsy race, like Romani Chow guys, is they never work for anybody. They refuse. Might be because convicts, no offense. But yeah, they don't work. Gypsy guys refuse, and they do well. Like, just that they have a different way of their lifestyle involves spending, and they'll admit that openly. I don't know how I started talking about gypsies, but anyways, like I like how they own their own businesses. I like how they're like, I will not work for anybody else. Like that, and almost every gypsy guy I've ever known of, that's their mentality. They don't work for anybody. Gypsy traveler, whatever. Sometimes they're the same, sometimes they're different. How's everybody doing? My name is Calvin. This is Dad's Workshop.
Be sure to like and or subscribe.
Please do. I had a subscriber goal. I don't know whether I've met it or exceeded it. I've been busy trying to scrape this buckskin here. Been my main priority. All that scud on there is coming off, guys. And it's down to just that dermis between subcutaneous stuff on the flesh side and the epidermis on the hair side of the skin, right? We've been scraping at this one for a minute, but it's all going to pay off. It's going to pay off when it absorbs those tannins and looks like a finished piece of buckskin almost when we take it out. That's what is going to happen. I'm going to predict that. I'm going to show y'all it's going to happen. Maybe has to go in one more time, but my hope is this is it for it because it seems like it's pretty well tanned. Hey, let's give me the 50 likes, y'all. 50 likes. 50 likes. We're approaching it. We're approaching that number. Hey, you want to support the crafts? All you got to do, support traditional crafting like this, is to the first thing you can do is just subscribe to the channel. You know, become a part of the community. We're an active community. We haven't shut down. We haven't quit. We're not making negative statements online about how we're not doing it anymore or whatever. I'm not going to jump back in and speculate in somewhere where I haven't been for a while either. So to me, this is the online. To me, this is the center of the traditional crafting community online. I mean, there's YouTube videos, but the center of that community is right here, Dad's Workshop, in my opinion. Thanks again to Pilato too for those gift memberships. Hopefully some of those folks get to experience some of the fringe benefits that you get from being a member here. There's still some, I just found grain on here, which is crazy. It's really responding well to this blade right now too. Almost as if it's been, what do you call it? Stropping my blade all day. You know how stropping leather is like suede, right? So it's been cleaning my blade, basically, making it sharper, essentially. All right. I might. Now we got this big hole here, which I'm not happy about, but it's there regardless. It's like maybe I go over this spot here, and then I think it's ready to, yeah, because there's grain right here. Let's get that first. Start with that. Kind of put some weight into it and get that skin off easier. Whenever I do this, I find spots I missed, you know. And see, because this is so pale right here, it may have to take another tanning because of that. There's nothing I could have done about that besides get that skin off earlier on previous scrapings, and I didn't. So Braxton had to roll out. Hey, Braxton, I see your picture, man. What's up? Cool. You look like a nice kid, man. Awesome. I'm glad we got to hang out today, man. That's cool. Of course, tell your parents I said hi. You know what I mean? Probably a good place to start. Good, Braxton. Yeah, man, you look like a very nice kid. You about my. I have 3 sons, and they are about your age. They're probably all around you in age. Yep. Sometimes they pop into the chat, so hopefully you'll come back. You know, one of these days and say hi again. Thank you for the gifts too. It's much appreciated. Yeah, Miss Heather showed me your pic. Luke said, welcome to the channel, and be sure to like and subscribe to CalvinSeetin. Be sure to be respectful in the comments. And I would agree with Luke on that. Welcome to Luke. Luke from Dublin. I'm pushing the edge all the way out here. I don't know what I was doing there. I'm like behind them. It's not even live. Hey, we're at 49 likes. Let's get to 50 likes, y'all. 50. 50. 50 likes. 50. Let's get to 50 likes. $50 likes. That does not look like I've scraped it right there. Luke said, I gave a massive shout out yesterday on my channel. If anyone wants to check it out. What's fun about Oak Ridge's channel is it's rowdy. I'm not afraid of a little drama, you know. I like the rowdiness a little bit. Not gonna lie. Critter Getters gets crazy like that when he's. I'm sure during trapping season it'll be insane. Just the. Creaky stuff. Right? You know what I'm talking about? 51 likes. Let's go, Oak Ridge. What's up, buddy? Hey, man, I really would like those bears or a bear. You're talking about the bears? I don't want anyone else to claim it. So let me be like, if you have a bear, if that bear that you were talking about is available, you can ship it to me, man. Bear in mind, I really want it. Just when you make your decision, bear that in mind. That's weird. I was just talking about you and you popped in the chat. Or you could have been in the gallery, I guess. But speak of the devil. Okay. You said if I get the bear, it's definitely yours. Well, I'm going to hold you to that, man. Don't try to hide it behind your back. What bear? There's not a bear in here. There's like a bear mounted like this. My one regret is this hole right here. Everything else is like really quite good on this. Like the quality looks nice. It's nice and thick, even shaved down. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just getting here, this is Buckskin. I'm doing it combination tanning. So this is not, you probably don't know anybody who does this. Most people do their stuff just straight by the book. But I toyed around and came up with a technique for combination tanning buckskin. So it's nice and rigid and strong, weather resistant, but also soft, and supple enough to use as a fabric. So like kind of a sturdy, it's in the middle. It's got a good level of versatility. Luke says he's currently at 89 subscribers at the moment. On my way up to see 100. Let's get Luke up. If you like trains too, Luke does trains. He'll also teach you to speak Irish. Braxton said, I'm at 54 subs, so I'm just a few away from 100. That's right. That's right. Maybe a couple more than a few, but a few away. Indeed, Braxton. Continue. Don't quit. And don't let anybody try to stop you. You know what I mean? Besides, like your parents. If your parents say you can't do it, that's probably not a good idea to do it. But, other than that, do your thing. Don't let people discourage you, and you'll get there. See this part right here, this is what happens when you leave grain or material, and this spot's going to have to be, it's got more tanning needs than the other spot. Did he say something? Kevin got to roll out. I hate to leave great company, but I'm off to the dentist. I broke a tooth yesterday. Yikes. Y'all have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you on the next one. Remember to double tap those screens. Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you being here. All right, want to show y'all something.
Be sure to like and or subscribe.
Make sure you do that too. And
thank you very much
for being here. Appreciate that as well. Let me take this hide real quick and scrape it. It won't even take me but a minute. That almost feels like leather now, like because I left it out all day. Oh, I got a pair of gloves in my pocket. Let me put them on. Give me a sip of my drink too. Dehydrating over here. Bye, Kevin. Appreciate you. Kevin L has been a long time friend of the program. Thank y'all for those 64 likes. Hey, what I need you to do is go ahead and if you have not yet, think about this.
Be sure to like and or subscribe.
Make sure you like and or subscribe. We like the land of Andor, but we like and better than or. So we prefer ands over ors. I like skins. That's good. You're in the right. You came to the right place. This one is a wood chuck that got some buckshot. Now it's about to be buckskin. Sorry, I had to say all those like that obligatorily. This is the subcutaneous flesh that I'm scraping now. That's the flesh side. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. This one's still way moister than the other one. Moister. Oh man, there's mockingbirds out there angry. Something's going after them. The babies or something. Whoops. I was looking at the screen down there trying to check the chat. Sabrina said, hit like, subscribe, smash that thumbs up. It lets YouTube know the live is where the live is. And it's interesting. Thank you, Sabrina. GP in the know. Appreciate you. And I'm glad you like skins because we do skins here quite a bit. Got a lot of archived content with skin stuff on it. I would say Oak Ridge does too. Quite a bit. Hundreds of videos. Maybe not hundreds for me. Dozens. Skin stuff. Man, when it starts to dry a little, that stuff actually comes off a lot easier. So as you wring them out, and this one's a little easier to wring out. Look who's back. Back again. Carlo Bon said, what's up? Need one to hang on your wall, eh? Yo, well, hang out, Sabrina. We're making leather stuff here. Lots of leather stuff. Leather, lots of buckskin. We're going to be doing tons of buckskin going forward, which is like you can see here. See how it's discolored, like stripy? That's because there's still grain or epidermis. We're going to scrape that epidermis off so that we have soft, or what this used to be referred to as frizzing, I believe in Europe. We're going to get all that grain off. Wow, I'm surprised there's that much on there. But it's got to come off. To get an even tan on this, I didn't realize I left myself so much work. But now I can kind of see the grain better. I was missing it before, I think. Clearly obvious right there. What was I using to get it off a minute ago? My hatchet. Sometimes I get to a point where I'm like, man, that grain is so stubborn. I think I'm going to tear a hole trying to get it off. So I leave it till later. But at some point, it just has to come off. It's working, but smaller surface. So I'm getting littler amounts off at a time. Yes, we are very happy to have eviscerate. I hate it when I eviscerate. Oh no, hope that's not happening. Pilato, we do appreciate. He gave away 5 gift memberships today, and that gave some folks memberships. We'll probably see some green names pop up here in the next couple of days, and that'll be thanks to Pilato, friend of the program for a long time, 11 months. He's been a member, right? Am I getting that right, Pilato? Appreciate Pilato's in the spotlight as as the member today, who's really looked out for us, and then Mike looked out for us the other day with a generous gift. So I appreciate my folks, and you don't have to be a member, but if you want to be a member, down there, that little $sign, you tap that. It's only like $4 a month. You can cancel at any time, circle back around, hang out. We're going to do a members only chat tomorrow, so I'll be on the record with that. Members only chat in the live tomorrow. Thanks, Baldy. Okay, now I kind of remember Sabrina now, vaguely, because Sabrina in the know. It's like, because I've seen somebody call Pilato Baldy before. I know that's what it means. Wow, it's very stubborn. Even my wand scraper, which I don't know exactly where it is at this moment, it's kind of hiding from me. Pilato, that's what it is, Pilato. Pilato put my scraper somewhere. Pilato, where is my scraper? Pilato got in the shop again. Put my scraper somewhere. Y'all see that? I got to take all that grain off. That's what it would have looked like, actually, which tells me that like woodchuck leather is pretty nice looking. I had read that it potentially can be really nice leather. But we're going to make buckskin out of it. He's got holes in them, and it's just buckskin's just my preferred medium, and I can get it to the texture I want. So for now, we're going to be doing a lot of that. That and furs. If I do squirrels, I'll do furs or buckskin. Thanks for those 60 likes. That's awesome. Appreciate everybody. Do like, do subscribe, please, and check out my other videos too. Like share with a friend you think might be interested in traditional, multidisciplinary crafting, because that is kind of what we do here. And I try to go in depth. That's the whole point, is to not be shallow with things. This is it is, and I know it's a joke, Pilato, you are being facetious, but I will say that buckskin is anytime, it's a term for anytime the epidermis and the subcutaneous flesh are scraped off, and it's that's the leather you have. Like suede has grain on one side, I believe, or the subcutaneous layer is left. I have to look that up. Either way, buckskin is a soft type of leather where both sides are scraped or shaved, is what they would call it. What I'm on right now, this is actually the grain or epidermis side. So like your skin, the top of your skin where the hair is, or it isn't, as it were, right, Pilato? It's not even hide prep. This hide is actually almost tanned. I'm trying to get the grain off so I can put it back into some tannins. They're Spoon Kid 420. So hide prepped, and that I'm getting this hide ready to go back into a tannin liquor, a bark liquor. Yeah, there's grain right there. A lot of grain still on this, man. I'm gonna have to be more aggressive, and I just don't want to tear holes in it. But I guess I could put it in lye, or in a lime bath, and that might loosen that skin up some. But it'll make my skin rubbery too, like this skin. It'll make this skin rubbery. It'll have the texture of like like a big sheet of rubber, or rubber band, or a sheet of silicone. That's kind of what it feels like. So I don't know if I'm going to get all this grain off on this groundhog. But the doe skin thing, this is a doe skin. So you did pique my statement of saying that this is not, it's buckskin, but it is a doe skin. So ha ha ha, there you go. Right? Man, that's going to be a nice buckskin. This I'm going to have to work on some. But I'm not going to exhaust myself trying to get this skin off, this grain off just yet, because this one actually has been sitting in there a little longer, and it has more holes in it because the guy who shot this woodchuck shot it with buckshot, and he didn't have a choke on his shotgun. So it was, you can look at the shot grouping and see it's not an ideal shot grouping. You see that? You ventilated that thing. Look at that. So that whole side of the pelt is kind of worthless, right? But this side has that big hole in it. So then between that, we have this swath right here of really good leather, I think, right here. So the focus is going to be on getting a good swath of leather right here. Spoon Kid, welcome. Welcome. Yeah, I can just tell by this one is not, it's, you can see it's not at the level of tanning that the other one is. Like I've neglected this one more. This is what happens when you have more than one skin and they're not like created equal. Like this has all these holes in it. So my tendency is to neglect it for that other deer skin, which is actually probably smart. And I'm probably going to continue to do that a little bit because spending all my time working on a hide that has 15 holes in it is not, it's good to know how to do a woodchuck though. So once I know I've done this woodchuck and have a little experience with them as an animal, I've never done a woodchuck before. Then I think I'll I don't know, just adds to the experience. That's all. It also says that buckskin is strictly from deer or moose. Actually didn't know that. If you like, there is I think that's flexible actually. You may, you know, you're gonna get that. That's gonna be from one source, but I think I've got other sources. And give me some time. Buckskin is a style, right? It's, and yes, I know, you know, I've made some now, so I've read a little bit about it. I get that, but definitely it's not from cows or pigs. So they don't make, I've never heard of anything being called buckskin from domesticated farm animals, right? So that's true. But I have heard of people in the past making buckskin from small animals, rabbits, squirrels, things like that. So I think you could be a little limited. Your answer lacks a little scope. And a lot of this stuff is, there's multiple texts that have been written over 1,000 years on tanning, you know. And humans wore buckskin a lot until we developed like the loom. Buckskin was a very common material. I think they probably would use like, I think goat skin can make buckskin too. And certainly if you make it out of chamois, it's chamois, right? We were talking about that the other day. What is a chamois? Chamois is really buckskin made from the chamois. So it's a scraped buckskin style leather, right? Or what we've called suede before, but it's not really accurate. That's made from chamois, the mountain sheep, mountain goat. This has grain on it. It needs to go. I'm gonna start rounding these pelts out a lot more too, because doing all this is not high quality leather on the forelegs and stuff. Yeah, it's gonna come off a lot of it anyway. My argument is, Pilato, that buckskin is more of a style and that the definition saying it's limited to deer and moose lacks a little scope, because I think you can make buckskin out of bison and various other things. You can't process rabbit or squirrel hide using the buckskin method, but this is rarely, you can, but this is rarely done because their skin is paper. And that's not true at all. Squirrels have actually a pretty thick hide, thicker than some parts of the deer hide. That's false. And here's the evidence. These I scraped these harder than that groundhog, man. It's not paper thin at all. It's thicker than my shirt, right? So I disagree, but it's cool. The debate itself is fun. I like it. I've scraped the mess out of that stuff. So if it was fragile, it would be broken. The only hole in that is where I shot the squirrel. Luke said it's time for me to go. Okay, Luke, you take care, buddy. Calvin, do you have any pets? Yes. We have 9 dogs and like 20 cats. And I'm not lying. That is accurate. Like we have 9 dogs and 20 cats. Hey, what's up, Rami? How you doing, buddy? All right, let me do this before I roll out because I bet my battery is low on my camera. It's not too bad. Skin, right? This is the deer we were scraping. Remember, we just took this off the deer like last week. So for buckskin to be processed that much in a week is pretty good. So that's what I was trying to say yesterday when people sometimes get a little bit antagonistic about how they approach me. But what I was trying to say was you can make buckskin faster the more hours you put in because you scrape it, you wring it out, you put it back in the tannins, you accelerate the process of the tanning. That being said, I'm chewing my eyes because it's so hot, man. I'm trying to get a little hydration back. All right, here we go. This is the part that I've been waiting for, even if you haven't. I'm gonna move this bowl further onto that. Y'all observe the color like a dark black cup of coffee, right? That's ballpark. Nine dog. 9 dogs is correct. The 20 cats thing is ballpark. Y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for this? You see the color? Where the color is? This is oak bark tannin bark liquor that I made by taking oak bark and simmering it, chopping it up with the bandsaw, simmering it for hours, and then you cut more bark and you do the same thing, right? Is it 8 dogs? Sorry. Close. I was close. 8 dogs. Observe that color. Now you can rewind too if you want, because you're going to see really soon. You're going to see how much is going to disappear. It's going to lighten up to like the color of maybe a Diet Coke-ish or lighter than that. Man, y'all are watching the actual tanning process here. This is really cool. I feel very blessed to be able to do this and that I figured out a way to do it on camera. Now, buckskin is also not usually made by tanning this way. Like tanning, buckskin is usually brain tanned only, but I decided I wanted to do it a different way than the paint by numbers way. So we do stuff. I'm Calvin, so I do things my way, and I combined the old discipline with the new one. Y'all watching the color? Now it's start to be sweet. It's about to be sweet tea right now. Sweet tea with lemon. Just within 1 minute, basically, is what you guys saw. That's how the tannins are absorbed so quickly. Tannins bind to protein, and they bind to those collagen. They cross-link really quickly, so it does not take a long time. For like that was a really strong tannic bath right there that I made. So I simmered that for a very long time, and y'all see what did it do. Look at the solution now. It's like magic. It's so much fun, y'all. You have no idea. Hey, make sure you like and subscribe, please. I'm looking at the same number of likes I had like 10 minutes ago. Can you get some likes in here? Observe the color difference there. Also, note that we are using things crafted from like this deer skin and the oak bark come from the same area. Like the skin is getting tanned with stuff that's around us. We're tanning an actual skin with the materials around us, and it's going to be better quality at the end of the day than what you can get from a store. No, this is not a t-shirt. This is a piece of leather that's being tanned. So what you're looking at is a small like tanning vat that I'm making for this live stream. And what I just did was add tannins to it, but they're almost depleted. Like this is not a dye, so that's actually a really good question. There are pigments in it, but it's tannic acid. It's a chemical reaction between the tannic acid and the proteins in the skin. Yeah, so it's tanning is what it is. So that if you saw this a minute ago, it was like black. I'm gonna dip it in here one more time to try to sop up the rest of what's available, and we're gonna actually, I'm gonna dump it, and I'm gonna put new ones in here, and you're gonna see it soak those up too. Cobra, thanks for being here, and yes, thank you for answering that question as well. That is correct. It is deer skin. All right. So I'm pretty confident in that though. The tannins in there are almost depleted. It doesn't take very long. People leave them in the vats for a long time out of convenience. So like I know if you've ever seen tanners in a tannery, they sit in there for days, but they probably shouldn't. And you don't need to leave them in for days. What you got to do is observe when the tannins have been exhausted, right? The best thing I could do now is actually scrape it again, right? Now that I've done that, and then put it back with the strong tannins again. But what we're going to do for now, for demonstration purposes, is I'm going to get rid of the exhausted tannins because you don't want to add to those. I'm going to put more of the non-exhausted tannins in there, which is this. This was the color it was originally, if you remember. This is bark, so red oak bark that's been cooked in boiling water, basically. Oh, you're fine, Braxton. You go ahead and do that. I'm about to finish up here anyways. So you got to do what you got to do. IRL friends, what are those? Oh, nice. I like that. I like that. I like that. I read what you said, Pilato. That's what I'm saying. All it is red oak bark that's been boiled And y'all see it's taking it out right now. It's already taking out the tannins. They're linking right now. So it doesn't even take that long. You can tan a hide pretty quickly. I'd love to do like a class, you know, like a one-time class for people or something like that. But you know, I try to leave my teaching days behind me. I'm doing this just to show you how much fun I have doing it. That's the whole thing. Yeah, so the liquid Wandering 1316, the liquid is made by boiling red oak bark. Yeah, it's bark liquor is what we call it. Bark liquor. It smells great. And actually there are companies that buy it from people like me to put in their whiskey because it's what's in whiskey to make it brown, right? The tannins leak from the barrel into the whiskey. And so the way that they simulate that is actually just buying tannins and putting them in the whiskey that way. Yeah, it's bark liquor, but we call it oak soup affectionately around here. Yeah, we like doing stuff from scratch in Dad's workshop. That's the whole idea here. Scratch cooking. And that was very nice of Gemini to say that. Me and AI get along pretty well. Gemini's cool, you know. Y'all see how that color changed? Both on the hide and in the water. So now it's like ready to be scraped again. I think I might leave this in here though. Let it really get out all of those tannins because we did a good job scraping and wringing out. So next time we scrape this thing, I think it's going to be burnt orange or reddish color, or brown, or darker burnt orange, red, brown color. And it's going to be basically ready to go through the finishing or brain tanning process, which I think is the next step. Hey, somebody give me that 70th like. As much as I love the number 69, can we get that 70th like? Just a dumb joke about me not understanding the concept of real life. Yeah. A musical class. We're gonna make buckskin. Braxton's Buckskins. That's what we'll do. We'll name the company after Braxton. Braxton's Buckskins. All right, ladies and gentlemen, man, it's been awesome today. I'm going to take this hide right here. You don't have to hide, but sometimes I feel like I need to hide. But I can still see you through there. We're going to put that in there too. I'm going to put that in there too. Oh, it's been fun, guys. Hey, make sure you like this. Give me that 70th like. Make sure you...
Be sure to like and or subscribe. Be sure to like and or subscribe.
And share it with a friend too.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Robot Me. Appreciate you. Oh, thank you so much for that 70th like, me. It's all right. I love y'all anyway. I did get... thank you. Thank you, Braxton. Thank you. I will take a bow later. We'll bow later. Thank you so much. Appreciate everybody being here. Appreciate the gifts. Thank you, Pilato. Mash videos, Mash vids. Appreciate you being here. Sorry, I got to roll out, but definitely subscribe before I go. Appreciate everybody being here. Love y'all. Do the next right thing. Not the left thing, not the wrong thing, but the right thing. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. This is Dad's Workshop, and I'm Buckskin Cal. See you later.